Praise the Lord. In this short video, I would like to share a short reflection on the topic, the Synoptic Gospels. The word synoptic originated from the Greek word and meaning seeing together. The first three Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they are called Synoptic Gospels as they are sharing similar views in their literary work. The scholars believe that 90% of Mark can be found in either Matthew or Luke. And it is very much similar in their narrations, in their chronological orders, and so on and so forth. That is why they are called Synoptic Gospels. And also, it doesn't mean that there is no differences in the Synoptic Gospels. As we study synoptic problems and source criticisms, we will come across the differences and which gospel was written first. All those questions are debated in the source criticism. The scholars have been debating which gospel came first and which one is the primary source for centuries. As we study source criticisms, mainly I would like to point out three main theories. One is proto-gospel. That is the word quill, from German word meaning source. It is one of the oral tradition. It existed along with the Gospels. So it is a primary source according to the scholars. Second is two-source hypothesis. Here the scholars believe that Mark and the Q are the main sources. Out of it, Matthew and Luke have abbreviated their Gospels. And we come across another one, that is the four sources hypothesis. Here Mark, Q, and L. M refers to Matthew, L refers to Luke. They are independently written and they have not copied from any other sources according to the scholars. And there is still no clear evidence that which gospel came first. However, most scholars believe either Matthew or Mark has been the primary source, and out of it, other Gospels have copied it. But one thing is clear, that all the authors, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they have written in their different perspectives. God used them in a different manner, so they wrote to different audiences. Matthew, he wrote in the perspective of prophetic perspective, and his gospel is addressed mainly to the Jewish Christians, since they were the first Christians. So his gospel is addressed to the Jews. An author was believed to be Matthew, the tax collector, and he presented Jesus as a royal king, as Jews were waiting for the Messiah, the Messianic king. Mark presented in a pragmatic perspective, meaning in a practical way, to the suffering Christians in Rome. And the author is believed to be John Mark, the cousin of Barnabas. And the Gospel of Luke presented in a historical perspective, especially to the Gentiles, because the author himself was a Gentile. And one unique thing we can find in the Gospel of Mark is it did not give us the birth narrative and the resurrection perspective. Revelation narrations were not given in the Gospel of Mark. but it presented in a very beautiful manner for the suffering Christians. It helps even today for the people who are suffering for the sake of Christ. So Mark presented Jesus as Son of God and a suffering King. So this is all about the short sharing of Synoptic Gospel. May the Lord help us to grow in Him. Thank you very much for hearing. Thank you.